Thank you.
Thank you.
That's C, Z, zero gun violence.
Thank
This
you
is
very
Louis
much,
March's
everyone and
park
gentlemen, for your
dedication.
patience. We will next call upon Mayor Olivia Chow.
And who you're going to hear is Olivia Chow, our current Toronto mayor, speaking. So I'm going to stay silent while she speaks again.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What a morning, what an afternoon. As we gather here today in the spirit of remembrance, gratitude, and celebration. From Rexdale to Roselle, Regent Park, there is not a corner in this city where Louis March have not touched us.
Big facts.
And it's his movement, the zero gun violence movement, not a team, not an action plan. It's a movement of coming together that we all touch, and I hope it touch you too. And Louis March,
Yes.
Louis March,
Yes.
is a helping hand.
Just to clarify some stuff right now, she's being heckled by protesters at this very moment. I would show the footage, but I'm going to leave that to my network to make sure the world sees correctly what happened. So I'm going to continue her speech while this person is violating the energy. All right.
Hand for all of those that are working for peace. A shoulder to cry on when the grief becomes unbearable. When the mothers are saying, I can't bear it anymore, yet another mother, like Joan Howard and others, have lost their sons or maybe even daughters. It's a light when the journey grew dark and difficult. And for over 30 years, he worked to improve the lives of communities. It's okay to keep them safe, to build a peaceful and a hopeful future. It connects people with organizations to find solutions together because he believed that we are stronger together and the solution comes from the ground, comes from the people.
Yes.
Not just police or government, no, it's from the people and from the children and the young people themselves. And when their voices are heard, that's when there's peace, that we are stronger. And that's what he stood for, coming together to take action. And Louis give us reason for hope. Let me give you some statistics. The total number of gun violence related incidents is down by 44% compared to last year.
Amen. Amen.
44%.
Amen.
The number of youth involved in shooting in 2025 have decreased by 10%. Is it good enough? Absolutely not.
Nope.
He talked about zero gun violence. There's a lot more that we have to do, and we'll do it together.
Yes.
And Louis March wanted us to look at the root cause. Not just arresting. No, look at the root cause of youth violence. And it's to give young people a reason where they don't need to pick up the gun in the first place. That they feel that there's hope, that there's meaningful opportunities and employment and good school and good curriculum, a chance for them to grow up and be successful, and a chance to dream. And I looked at some of the kids that are doing the swing, feeling the freedom, and the children behind us playing, so much joy. He wants every young kid to experience that joy, not just kids, but also young people, teenagers, and all the hormones getting a bit confusing. That's why the City of Toronto started this year the Summer Youth Safety Plan, where it invested $5 million, not top down, more recreation programs, day camps, where we feed kids in day camp, because if they're hungry, they can't learn, they can't play.
Exactly.
Where we have role models from the communities, where with grants for community programs, where people that have experienced violence can speak out and share the pain, where young people that have gone to jail who go back to the school to say, no. there's a better way.
Yep.
There are many things we can do, and at this park, Louis March Park, is a place where guns can be replaced by games and joy. Yes. It's a place where the family can find solace and strength. Yes. Yes, we can do that. Because I know it's hard. I know what grieving is like. And this is the park where we can find solace. And a place where we can gather and recommit ourselves. We delegate ourselves to pick up what Louis March stands for and work in this movement together to end gun violence and feel that power of community action. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, I want to thank the Mothers of Peace Regent Park Division, and I want to thank Mr. Hussein. You did a great job. You know what I mean? If Rasta wants to give us a little bit of information for the folks so they know exactly how to get a hold of him, because he deals with the community, man. So give him a little grace period. If you call him today, give him a week to get back to you.
Yeah,
He's
man.
dealing with the city.
Don't know, man. Yusuf Hussein, man.
Yeah.
Senior advisor. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Salute.
up for the, you know what I mean? Counselor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For relations of what's that?
Don't worry. Constellations.
Yeah.
You saying you did a great job, man.
You did a good
You
job.
did a great job. 100%,
This ain't
man.
the first one, you know what I
Nope.
mean?
And it ain't gonna be his last.
This one's the first one. The last year was great as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight up, keeping this live and direct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A part of Toronto City Hall.
Yeah.
And you just heard the mayor right there saying
live
about gun violence in our city.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Straight up goods. And it needs to be addressed.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Every time.
Needs to be addressed because on the real, I have 2 relatives who went from the gun. You know what I mean? Straight up from both sides of my family. So yeah, it's a serious matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is 100%.
And the thing is, in order to deal with the matter, I said this before. I said this long time ago, even before our pod. Why is it that it's easier to find a gun than a job for these youths? There's a problem right there. You get what I mean? No, there is a straight problem.
It's the system.
Well, let me ask you this question. Does the youth, they could bring in the guns, they have helicopters, they could build guns and all these things? That's what I want to know.
Hey,
could they do all these things here?
Have we ever seen a gun factory in the ghetto?
The bottom line is, can they do it?
No, they can't.
All right,
obviously
then.
not.
So if they can't do it, that means somehow, some way they're getting access to it.
100%.
So if they can't get access to it, then there can't be no gun violence with the youths.
I'd give you a gunshot for that, but
right?
True to the moment.
No,
true to the moment.
Am I right?
True to the moment.
Yeah. So okay then. So y'all be saying the problem and this and that, then you got to see where the root of the problem. Where is it coming from? How are they getting in here and all of that? How is it getting to them and all of that? You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So if you can't get to that, the problem is still going to arise.
How stuff fall off the truck.
And I was a teen, and it hasn't been fixed ever since. Okay,
all right.
And I'm not done though. And why I'm saying this is because of the youths. The youths.
There's my
now, check this out. When I was 15, 16, mans them were saying, I don't business what I do. I'm not 18 yet. I'm not going to big man prison.
True.
Okay, so when they get the machine and doing what they want, they know so they're going to come out at a certain time. Anyway.
Big facts.
That's a career criminal right there. Okay?
Big facts.
All right? System hasn't changed in over 900 years. MTV, bless up, man.
Yo, you know we're trying to change up the energy. That's how we've been trying to do. That's why it's called Down to Earth Network. It's not just us alone. We're with a bag of other people who are trying to do the same thing. Keep it grassroots, but still show the industry that we exist exist. I'm saying, man, I saw something yesterday and it was beautiful for me. That man, Louis March, talks so beautifully about his son and his son's friends and kids growing life, even in the, look, like I said to his son yesterday, because it was the first time I met him in the flesh, and I've heard about him for the last 6 years. But first time I met him in those circumstances, it's like, yo, I heard of your dad 10 years before I met him. 10 years. I don't even want to bring up that pain, but I'll bring up the story. He was basically walked into the lion's den and comfort my brethren's mom amongst a bag of mandem, upset people, angry people, all sorts of ish. And he came in that lion's pit. And I at the time in my ignorance didn't know what steps this man was taking or if Jesus himself was carrying the man. You get me? Cause he walked into a lion's den in an emotional situation. And somehow in that emotional situation, he found a way to still get a smile out of that lady in such a grieving, crazy moment. He still offered her a helping hand. I know at first she never took it, but I heard down the road she did, like 5 or 6 years later. That's consistency. And that's where I would love to see the city go beyond just a park in the first ghetto ever in North America, Regent Park. Yeah, thank you. I am honored that we have a park and we're the first park. But I'm hoping that this catches fire and it goes around, right? Because I'm sorry to say this city of Toronto, for all the pain of mothers losing kids to violence, people who lose their kids to the gun, and just people who naturally just lost people. Louis was a person who made sure there was a balance amongst everybody. He looked everybody in the eye. He never once wavered. He didn't care how rich you were or how poor you were. And to say that, yo, it took me 10 years to meet the man, that he's been in my life because I've been in this city all my life. Get me? And he's been there since like 2011. And then 2017 came around in my life. And then a horrible, horrible 2021. But that's when he came in and did what he did for my friend's mom, for me and my people. And to know that he has a park dedicated to him. He had the mayor come out and show him some love. The Mothers of Peace, Regent Park Division, there in full support. I would have played the whole thing, but then I'd probably be here crying in front of y'all. And I ain't built that way. But what I can say is Louis was the Malcolm. The Malcolm, I would say he's more like the Martin Luther King. But he would be the Malcolm to you guys who do this the political way, the right way, the way where you go around, get the petitions and put up the signs and knock the doors and campaign. You people, your way, he would be your Malcolm. To me, he just MLK Jr., that's all. And when we get together, yes, two different ways of going about it, but at the end of the day, same path, same result, right? And I'm going to keep it going. And I'm not trying to be a person to be a hypocrite. I'm looking you in your eye, people. Nah. The reason why I got involved with the zero gun violence movement in the first place is because I lost somebody. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you because I got a big son right now who's made me a grandpop, and I'm so proud of him for that. I'm proud of my grandbabies. I don't want them to grow up in the world that I grew up in. If they can have a plush, soft life and rainbows and lollipops and all that good ish, then yeah, I would definitely say I'd rather die for them. But to tell you the man in me is going to let my seed roam this world unprepared, unbelievable. Suicidal must be. You hear me, people? Because I don't really care about the system at current pace no more, because the system was never built for us. And obviously, if something as simple as changing a name from one park to another park has gotten people's blood boiling, gotten people to go Google.gov and go find out where our mayor's located at and decide to pull up there with about 50 people with signs and some bullshit energy. Salute to my hood. Salute to my people. That's the way I should say it. Because they made sure they educated. Yes, educated. Violence does not need to happen every time someone raises a voice. Not every time the authorities are around. Because I could tell you yesterday was a long day. But hey, Toronto, let me show you how I woke up. I came from a great event. All right. Kudos to both of these celebs. Because that's how we should be treating them. All right. That's how we should be treating them. Real talk. Okay. Toronto, stand the fuck up for your people. Give love to my Nijis. It's Turtle Island type vibes now. All right. So let me get back to these protesters now who had all this gall because they had all this information. Because anybody can search www.canada.gov or whatever the fuck.
Okay, I wanted to get into this right here. So check this.
Let's go.
Now they knew that this
our mayor was going to be there.
Before we get to the mayor here, we know that this event is all about the park and naming the park and all of that, right?
Renaming the park.
No, just get me right.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, and this was advertised maybe for a few weeks, right? Months and stuff, right?
Yep.
So now, they invited the mayor. They're fully aware of this. They're not, the mayor is here and no. They know what it is. So now you're coming to a peaceful thing here. Coming to rally up to the mayor here.
The mayor.
About what again?
About what?
About what again?
Nonsense.
About what again?
Nothing. Garbage. I don't even want to tell my people what they try to use an excuse to come ruin up my people's vibes. I don't even want to do that. But I'm going to tell you one thing for certain. Only Caucasian people can get away with that type of shit.
Look. I'm not even getting into that. All I got to say is straight up. Then Lucky says certain maybe hoodmans weren't there and say, yo, the popo, we don't need you right now. We're just going to handle this ourselves. And we're going to kick them off here. And done. No, because this is supposed to be a peaceful thing.
It is.
And
it was.
For a kid
they were educated.
who got gunned down and all of that, and they knew this was advertised for so long, and then everything, and they knew the mayor's there. Come on now. No.
And they came for the mayor. They didn't come for Louis.
So how come
they didn't come for Louis March.
I would have said this.
They didn't come for Louis March.
How come we didn't see you last year, bro?
But they got educated.
No. How come you didn't come here last year?
Why weren't you at none of those rallies?
No. Why you're not here last year? How come you're here today? That's what I would have said.
Again.
Why you here for?
The uneducated people at that moment in time felt to themselves that they have the right to free speech. They have the right to talk to the mayor. No one's trying to deny you that. Let's get this straight. Ain't nobody trying to deny you your free speech in the mayor shit.
How about this? There's something called the secretary. There's something called making an appointment and all of that. No. Do it the right way. Do it the right way, because if you don't do it the right way, you're not going to get the response, what you deserve, what you think you should.
Well, are you asking me what's the response they may have been looking for?
The response, what they should be looking for?
I could tell you right now, 90% of Toronto knows Regent Park. I don't give a shit if you know Regent Park 2024 or if you know Regent Park in the 80s or the 60s.
Okay, but I want to know this. Okay, no, I know what you're saying, but the thing is, I'm just going by the basics here. What are you trying to prove and do at this event? Do you follow me here now?
I'm following you, boss.
What are they trying to do?
I'm trying to tell y'all, these people came to an event that wasn't protest worthy, because when they got educated by the folks that been around the zero gun violence movement, and they started spitting that educational talk, because us Nijis don't really have a finicky or a reactionary thing of violence. That's not really our thing. Because if we're fucking safe and we feel fucking safe, we're assuming you're safe because you're this close to us. But since you protesters want to get at Miss Chow, let me straighten some lines out for y'all. All right. When you have obviously righteous reasons to protest, there is nothing on the planet that's going to stop you from getting your word out. Nothing. I know Miss Chow personally enough that she will read your stupid letters that you guys have been sending her.
How come they not go in front of the mayor office and do all that nonsense?
Listen.
I just want to know. Like,
it's not my fault. Smart people want to do dumb shit.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Look, they got educated, all right? They could have got some.
They got educated. You know how they got educated? They got educated knowing that the advertisement was up and they know the mayor is going to be there. That's what they got educated on. They didn't got educated on nothing else.
They don't care about nothing else. They just wanted to ruin the mayor's moment. Like that type of shit. Okay, I can understand LA. There's that many people. I can understand New York. There's that many people. But shout out to Doug Ford. You get me? Like, I ain't gonna play with none of y'all. Straight. Shout out to Doug Ford. Man amongst the people. Okay? Amongst the people. Just like Miss Chow. So, if these folks were educated enough to Google map their asses there, plant their asses there, to put up signs, and to walk around with their shirts, they're claiming pride for a park, that I could tell you before Louis named that park and before the reconstruction, that park wasn't a good park. Now, when we show you the videos of what it looks like now, and now it has an honest, humbling, and overstanding name. I believe it should be spread across the city. I don't believe it should just be in Regent Park. Yes, thank you. We're the first. I won't stop bigging that up. Straight. I probably end up writing a song about it just now. But I believe Rexdale needs a Louis March Park. I believe Galloway needs a Louis March Park. I believe Malvern needs a Louis March Park. North York needs a Louis March Park. Right? And if we could be nice enough, give them a bench somewhere down by Dundas Square. Real ish. Like, that's what I personally think, because guess what? Unlike 90%, let me go a little higher than that. Unlike 99.9999999.9% of you government people who have jobs and getting paid way too much money, I think you guys need to understand something. In what you call a time crisis, a Great Depression, and the blackout. In the midst of all the nonsense you guys have stirred up, I've run into a few people who seem to have it all figured out. And they're more scared to come out of the dark because the world has Princess Diane people, they have JFK people, they have Martin Luther King people, they have Malcolm people. And politely told you in a fucking book somewhere that it was an assassination. So let me just double check Turtle Island. They told us for the last, how many presidents there are? They're like 50 presidents. So for the last 450 fucking years, they've been telling us, and we got over slavery and blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, folks. I'm done with the bullshit.
Look, could I, since we're in this protesting business, right? Okay.
I'm just saying, protest for some real shit.
Look, I'm just saying this, okay? Overall, and just protesting and all that. Okay? Does it make a like, I'm asking you this question, and asking everyone this question at the same time. Does it make a difference going out with your signs and everything, all right? Okay? Like, all right, you know why I'm bringing this up? Because when they were doing the protesting with the Palestinians and the Israel, the Jew them and all of that, and they're doing all this nonsense
Yeah.
and doing certain violence and all that. And
Yeah.
the peoples who are part of this in our city, in the middle of it, and if someone gets hurt, what happens then? That's what I would like to know. With their protesting.
Protesting, eh?
Which is overseas, what has nothing to do with here.
Well,
I just like to know.
you want my answer?
I'd like to know that because everybody else here who has nothing to do with it,
Toronto?
I said again, right? And they're doing their nonsense,
Toronto?
right? Does it make a difference, or you're pissing off the rest who are here?
So I'm gonna give you the long answer, and I'm gonna give you a short answer. So here's a short answer. Torontonians, real Torontonians care. The fake Torontonians don't. That's the short answer. The long answer. Why are you gonna march and protest if you don't have no organization? You can get a bag of people together. Great. Wonderful.
Let me ask you one more question here. Does it make more of a difference? Okay, yes, the people, right? But if you have somebody as a counselor or somebody
Listen.
who is backing the protest, who has a seat on something, has a seat on something compared to nobody has nothing and going on the streets and trying to do whatever. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's
Will it make a difference?
Let's do the math.
Or not?
Let's do the math. All right. Let's do the math. Because I already said the gov does what they do when people get together anyways. Remember what I just said? Diana, JFK, Malcolm. I just brought that up. So like with that being said already, long form answer, very simple. Like, without proper organization, doing these marches, all you're doing is making yourself available for those who will get at you because you are now making yourself noticeable.
And when it comes to now, when they want to deal with you in the authorities because you're a troublemaker, because you're not a important person, they're going to be looking at that, and they might look at you as terrorism too.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's the easy part.
Okay?
That's the easy part. Labeling you a problem because there's a group of kids together is a problem. Remember what the 70s and the 60s and the 50s were all about? Teenagers fighting against the gov. But they don't teach you that in school. They don't show you the picture and tell you, hey, do you know that's a 13-year-old being hit with a hose? They don't tell you that's a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old being hit with a hose when you're in school learning about Black history. My people from Turtle Island, you need to understand something, man. It's one thing to be violent, and it's in your nature. We're human. We're born to argue and fight and have conflict. That's not the problem in the world. The problem in the world is those who don't want to accept being human, and they want to live forever and become immortal. And then there's people who do certain little fuckery to try to keep people in a certain place, like a cup holder. Get me? Now, I'm going to tell you Blue Motherfucking Monday style, yo. You know what it is, homie. The long format of the situation. If we're going to march, we already organized. That's why we march it. We're giving the general public a notion of what's to come. That's what's up.
Well, another thing is, look, okay, you really want to do it seriously, you have to play by their rules, you have to play by their language in whatever city you're at, right?
Of course.
There's something called permits, right?
Oh,
right.
Oh, you mean being organized?
No, like organized, right?
You're just saying being organized.
No, the reason what you just said hoses and stuff like that, they'll use the authority against you because you're trying to go against the system. So if you understand the system, then you will be able to get by with the system and to make a difference.
This was a dope event. This was a dope event. So I'm glad I got no sleep and showed up at Louis' thing on the energy I was on. Made movements out of town and back. So I don't know about the rest of y'all, but if DMX was alive right now, he'd be fuming right now with certain ish. Because what I got to see yesterday was white privilege at its best. Because, like I said, in the 70s, in the 50s, those were teenagers. Those weren't 21-year-olds. Those weren't no 30-year-olds. Everybody I see at a protest right now doing the walks, they're all people who have a cottage and a yacht. Oh my God, I'm going to not be able to pay for my cottage or my yacht, but I'm still living in a $3 million, $5 million, $6 million home. Oh my God, I'm supposed to feel bad for you? For real? How many people live with you? Let's ask some questions. Damn, y'all. I mean, like, I'm not saying you can't protest. If anything, the world, you're supposed to be able to talk shit out before you throw some fists, before you grab some metal. That's what the world should be. That's what we should be teaching our children. But y'all lazy motherfuckers want to be the swipe on left and swipe on right. Pull Burning Mac. Pull Burning Mac, man. Pull Burning Mac. I ain't scared of none of you motherfuckers. Ooh! I'm just saying, if I was 16 years old, going through what I know, and that so-called protest would have popped off, I would have had some energy to spur. I'm like, for real. But I have to admit, nonetheless, Louis' impact proves to me that regardless that when people come to fuck some shit up, good, positive energies win. Win. Take that in, kids. All y'all kids listen to after the fact. Win. W-I-N. Kids, y'all need to grow up to be kings and queens. Y'all need to grow from being princes and princesses to empresses and lords. And I'm not taking the name in vain. We need to cut out the dukes and the earls, and we have to have our own monarchy. I'm sorry. 16 years of watching the government do fuck shit. After 40 years of living in their fuck shit, I was better off being ignorant to the shit. Less gray hairs. But if a politician is just like a lawyer, and a lawyer is just like a judge, and a judge is the only person that's going to tell you you have an option, and all these people are against, you're probably going to wonder what I'm asking about, what we're against or what they're against. But check your pockets, check your bank account, check your money clip, check your wallet. That's what they're against. You can't have none of that. They need to make you self-sufficient in their eyes and in their model. That's the reality of the situation. But I got to sit here and tell little kids that they got to go to school and go listen to a teacher who's reading information out of a book. That's a lie. Kudos to all the real teachers who actually take the chance to work with every individual students for every year that they are teachers. Salute to y'all. A lot of people asked me yesterday after Louis' event, who do I think the city has to be the next one? Down to Earth Podcast has interviewed him. He was to the left of me, across the table from me. His name is Dwayne Morgan. And if I had to place someone there next to Louis that's going to be able to walk into all terrains everywhere in Toronto, no matter what block and what problems and whoever the top shotta is on the block, and be able to talk with the family who's grieving. Yo, bro, I know priests that won't even walk into certain hoods. Real life, talk about their way. God is there leaning in them. But when you say certain hoods, they ain't rolling in there. Where's your faith, preacher? I'm here to question everything now, without a doubt. Because if Louis gone and Louis saw the problems, till someone better than Louis comes along and says, yeah, there's still a problem, I'm going to keep making sure we do something about these problems. All right? I'm not saying you can't leave. I'm not telling y'all can't leave. I like weapons. I like swords. I like short knives. I like certain things. We can't erase time. So since we can't erase time, we can only go forward. And obviously any sensei would say to the class, then discipline is needed. So there's structure. Without that structure, you're going to have chaos. And if you can't deal and live amongst chaos, simple survival of the fittest, then guess what? Find God. Me personally, I just want to make sure everybody understands. I'm not looking at it from the standpoint of let's make money, we're going to get rich, blah, 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 blah. I look at it from the standpoint of get this money, because that's what the government says you got to do, and then help people improve their lives. So if their energy and they're vibrating higher, they'll help more people than have their energy rise higher and seclude themselves from people. Check what I just said. All right. Check what I said. They're going to be able to vibrate and their energy is going to go up and still be amongst people. You see what I'm saying? Compared to their money going up and now they're being secluded from people. Now they're around security guards. Now they have to pay the police. I'm not saying the officers didn't do their job. But if I had to say who a hero is, y'all already know I'm talking firemen, ambulance people. I'm not even, so like I said to a good friend of mine who's saying, how do I feel about my friend being mayor of the city? I just want my mayor to do something different than every other, person out there who claimed they were the mayor. And she has big shoes to fill because Rob Ford did pretty much the best job. Emotionally, he had the people with him. Financially, he was calling out the government. And last but not least, my favorite with him, his humble factor. On his off time, he was amongst the people. His off time. Where technically we should mind our business. Because it's his off time. He's the mayor. But then there's a lot of people that are going to get my comments after the fact and be like, oh, he's the mayor. He's never off. That would be a choice of whoever the individual is as the mayor. But I know there's a set time and all sorts of crap that they got to deal with. So stop this. You got problems, go to the prime minister. That's the person you want to complain to. Leave my mayor alone till you guys have something valid to get in my mayor's face about. Yes, I will proudly post my memes about my mayor is a crackhead and I still love him. No homo, no diddy. Real shit. And for Miss Chow, I don't know what she's done to the information that the protesters were trying to use as legitimacy. That they're like, I know her personally, so I'm not even going to sit there and justify even talking their points and even giving it energy like that. Nah. At the end of the day, the news is going to big up Miss Chow and they're going to probably take something that was an hour and slim it down to like 2 minutes. Dead serious. They probably won't even play 3/4 of the speech that I just let you guys hear on the audio. At the end of the day, let's keep it real. The best thing for us overall, Toronto, is we take steps to get people who are motivated to help more people and not label those people and treat those people like they the problem. They're not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is we're still following a system that we know is broken. Period. For all my financial friends who are in financing, all you guys right now, kiss my ass. We don't need a debt to go forward because look, a little country, it's called Africa, got a place called Burkina Faso, and they paid their debt in like 2 years, their whole debt in 2 years. You know what that means? The whole community's with some shit. The whole community. from this corner to that corner to this corner to that corner. Everybody's on the same vibe. Positivity. And when the little squabbles happen, if the authorities get called, the authorities are only getting called because now you're just being extra. There's blackout mad. But I feel like if you're defending your territory, that's deserving. If you're just arguing with somebody, you're an idiot too. Shit, I get caught up in it all the time myself. I'm an emotional beast. So from my point of view, if we're going forward, these protesters got to stop, man. You guys got to come with some real ish. Like some real ish. Where were you guys when, nah, y'all need to come with some real ish, man. Cause like every walk that I go to, those are walks that I take to heart. Straight up. And those walks, I look beyond the walk. I don't know about the rest of y'all who go on these walks and make an event out of it, post it in, and talk smack. You know what I mean? But to me, I like to see growth. I like to see growth. Straight. I bank on the black horse because the times I bank on a black horse, they always win. Always. So right now, this pod wasn't for nothing more than to say, yeah, thank you to the new sponsors, sweetleaf.ca. Check them out. Oh, sorry. Sweetleafdispensary.ca. Check them out. All right. Blue motherfucking Monday. The boy Thiz is giving you a cosign for that. You hear me? Check them out. Real talk. That's what this episode's being powered by. Obviously, the Sunday was a dope night. Electric Tattoo. Hey, Toronto, can I talk about Electric Tattoo a little bit? Can I get a gunshot for Electric Tattoo? Can I get a gunshot? Yeah, man. Yo, don't worry about it, man. But not worry about them vibe there. But just looking at it like so. I have to give some love to Electric Tattoo. Okay. Electric Tattoo. Cause, at the end of the day, the energy that's being, shared is the energy that used to be in the city back in the 90s. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody is going to tell me that, oh, it's all up to date, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking about that vibe. The vibe where say if you trip and fall, everybody's going to look at you and be like, yo, do you need a hand? You okay? So kudos to Yes Electric Tattoos. All right. Shout out those people. Look out for those people. If you're ever on Queen, you know what I'm saying? Look out for the people. They on the west side of Queen. You can't miss them. You see what I'm saying? Look out for those people. You know what I mean? And if y'all looking to get inked right now, yeah, man, ask for that Uncle Bino special. Straight. It's all hood. But I'm looking at things like this now. Going forward, because, Electric Tattoo, the way they're moving right now is the energy that I hope most urban establishments incorporate, adopt. All right. Shout out to my Mexican and Latino family. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to all y'all. Nothing but love. The reason why I bring that up is the Lions Banquet Hall. They doing it big Wednesdays and Thursdays. Y'all should really check in on that, because if y'all into y'all dancing, it's hot over there. Cowboy hats and boots and stuff. But I'll leave the details for y'all to go and check in on. I'm just saying it. We live right now. It's Blue Motherfucking Monday. I'm here in the D2E network. It's EQ studio. You know what I'm saying? Infamous. Area 51, folks. I need to know. Is there anybody in the city y'all want me to interview? Because right now, a lot of people be asking me who I want to interview. I got Dwayne Morgan up here. So like from my point of view, the only other person who's gonna top Dwayne Morgan right now would probably be Julie Black. Probably. Depending on where that conversation ends up taking us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna bring back Dwayne up here, because like I really wish he was there for the thing, but sorry, not the thing, Louis March Park opening. But where Dwayne was? He was chilling with the Moy. Our favorite reggae star, our favorite star entertainer, M0NDAY. You know what I mean? They were doing some things. You know what I mean? Putting in that work. She's always working. I can't wait because that's why I'm gonna probably bring back Dwayne and ask him how that went. You know what I mean? Check out M0NDAY's new single out there. All right. She's doing it up, funk it up, aka more reggae. More reggae. Yeah, man. But I like the funk it up title. I think it works. That's just me. So M0NDAY got a new joint popping out right now. Oh yeah. Goldie London got a new joint. She got a new joint out right now. Big Mama 416, she got a new joint out right now. Who else? Jada Dust got a new joint out right now. Oh, you know who else I gotta actually talk about? My cute friend. You see my cute friend? Jeez! Charmaine, for those who don't know. Yeah, my cute friend. You see my cute friend there? And big out to Keisha. Oh yes, Keisha Fresh. Gotta give her a shout out too. She's been putting in some work too. Private name, private number. For those who just are wondering, like, you know, why I only big up females. I do big up the males. Walking EMP, baby.
Definitely walking EMP, man.
Fucking right, bro.
Like problems all the time. Man.
Danny.
Shit.
Listen.
Bless up, Master Inferno, man. You need to get up in here,
you
brother.
Need to get up here.
Damn, what the hell?
I did pull it out. Oh man, because you turned down the main volume. Hey, like I said, it is what it is, bruh. We might just have to shut it all down and start all over again because the red light is on, no green light anyway. So, hey. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not worried then.
It's still live on.
Anyway.
We're still live on IG, but I don't know what's going on that side over there. You know what I'm saying?
Walking EMP, baby.
Definitely a walking EMP.
Fox.
But we still live, man.
Hey, listen. I don't know what to complain about right now. Like, for all I know, Louis sitting here like, yo, bro, don't worry, yo, I got you.
Yeah.
Listen, if I explain the rest of my night, fam, like, trust. Yeah, man. It's just one of those. So, this is why I like being live, because you don't know what's going to happen. And when you broadcast on more than one channel. Right now, like I said, I'm not stressing nada. Not one bit. Sounds like there's some technical difficulties on the spiritual level right there. Yeah, they said it's an energy, spiritual war. Crazy. Madness. So, y'all want that golden dome still? Y'all want to be stuck underneath the dome with me? Listen, man. You sure you really want to be stuck under a dome with me? Golden Dome, walking EMP? You know, I do have a mixtape out there called Brother Havoc. So yeah, maybe that's that energy, someone out there, that butterfly effect. Maybe someone right now is listening to it. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all folks heard everything? Don't answer that. What a fucking day. This has been a great fucking 48 hours, fam. Well, sorry, I should say 56 hours. It's been a great 56 hours, yo. The little bit of sleep I got in between is wonderful. Straight up. But like I said, yo, the event was dope. Shout outs. You know what I mean? I thinking if I'm certain about it, that, Rivoli, Charmaine thing is August 8th, folks. But you know, tap into her on all social media, wherever you listen to music, tap in with her. Charmaine's dope. Canadian Juno winner. Holla at your girl. You know what I mean? Cheers! You know what I mean? And if y'all don't know, that's the remix with Goldie London again. Wow, look at the segue, and I should be on TV, eh? Dude, remember that movie, Where's My Car? Now, I always wondered, did they do that movie to counterbalance that other movie called Clueless? Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks. But if so, I was always wondering if they could have lived in the same universe. You know what I'm saying? And then have my home chick Buffy, the vampire slayer, swoop in. Not Buffy herself. Love to you, Michelle Gellar.
Well, you know what would really screw that up?
But have Faith come in there and kill them all.
No. You know who you have come in there?
Who?
You have Blade come in there.
Oh man, yeah, man, that'd be crazy. Bring Bombo Clot. Yeah, man. But you know what? I just recently found out, just like a long time ago, when I found out that, you know, Marvel Comics was doing Transformers, that they bought the Scooby Doo. I didn't know that. I thought Scooby was still under Hanna-Barbera and shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Straight. So like, somebody tell me if G.I. Joe's owned by Disney or not, yo. Somebody tap in with me and let me know, cause like I need to talk to Michael Bay. Yo. Real things. Real things. I need to talk to Michael Bay. So I can honestly say, due to the emotional roller coaster that I happen to be on right now, I'm hoping in the next 24 hours I can just balance back out, because the protesters are still irking me right now. I'm not even watching TV because I'm hoping it doesn't become a highlight on CP24. I want the highlight to be focused on Louis, and I hope it stays on Louis on that energy, because I did see 1-2 reporters doing their thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to the cameraman for the seat. We appreciate you, homie. Oh, and that cameraman works for City TV. Shout out to him, yo. He's a real dude, yo. He was real polite, mannerly. Actually, he was a gentleman. That's the word I should have used right off. He was a gentleman. Can you believe this? Folks don't want to be stuck with me underneath a motherfucking golden dome. What do you mean? What happens when I come by you and your phone goes? I pull into the drive-thru and then your car dies. Man, this ain't weird. I know what's going on. You know, the big homie, right? So the big homie has an issue with the Google master of what do you call it? YouTube. So I ain't surprised if I'm on that blacklist. I don't care. I'll be like Kanye. Shadow ban me. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Shadow ban me. I'm just saying. I'm not looking at it as I'm not. I'm more on the tip of hey, try again. Well, you know what I mean, hopefully I don't do nothing too stupid or say something too stupid to get you guys like so in your feelings. You just have to kick me off your platform and use that facial recognition shit. That would be fucking. I don't know. That might be a badge of honor still, because like they kicked off a couple people. You know what? I might have to do that. Take a little deep dive in that. How many people have been kicked off of Google permanently? Top 5. Oh my gosh. Wow. Uh-oh. Either way. You know what I'm hoping? Somebody posed a question to me, so I'm going to pose it to you, Toronto. Just give me a yes or no, okay? It's a question, though. A hypothetical question. So I just need a yes or no answer. But I'm going to give you the particulars. Okay? If an artist of no name and an artist of same name, right? And the next artist, the third artist, okay, who may have the different name, if the artist with the same name said, okay, I'm opening up a club, a dance club, a bar, a grill, a restaurant on the west side of Yonge Street, and the different name opened up one on the east side of Yonge Street, right? Same type of energy, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm just saying, this is still a hypothetical. Because you know the no-name person, right? The no-name person, even if they figured out some way, got a bunch of people, whatever, and they just opened up regardless, either on whatever side of Yonge Street. Okay, that's the question is, Toronto, are you going to these establishments based on your surroundings? Yes or no? Or are you going to these surroundings because of the people who own the place? But that's just the secondary question. Yes or no for the first question. Are you going to these places because of your surroundings? And you might ask me for a fucking... Okay. Okay.
What are you really trying to ask? I don't understand.
I'm saying there's so many billionaires in this city. There's only so many billionaires in this city. This country, we got a good handful, but in this city, we got a couple billionaires, right? Every year they complain about the violence and all sorts of stuff, and they keep cutting away things from school and whatever, right? So I would say somebody who was a no-name rapper who somehow got a song out there and he started making residuals, and instead of himself buying a Gucci belt and a brand new Ferrari and keeping up with the Joneses, he decided to, I don't know, make a grocery store and not tell nobody that he did that. And somehow, however, because you know the system when it comes to the guys in the briefcases and the banks, they ain't helping average Joes. So, however, he gets the funds to open up his grocery store. I was just wondering, Toronto, do you go to the grocery store based on the surroundings, or do you go to the grocery store based on who owns the grocery store? I'm just saying because it goes in.
I go buy the one who has the best deals.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
Moving on to my next question now.
It's in a grocery store.
Remember, I started that and I said it was a no-name rapper that opened up a grocery store, right? Okay, so Toronto now. If you heard Top 5 opened up a Rabba on one side of Yonge Street. Yeah, a Rabba. A Rabba is a 24-hour convenience store, basically, right? Miniature market, right? Okay, so if he opened up one. Not saying that the establishment says top 5 rabbis. It's just he owns a rabbi.
Better off being a silent partner.
Okay, Toronto, you answered my question. Now, hold on a second. Let's say someone like Pressa now opens up a grocery store and does the same thing. He doesn't put his name on it. He doesn't say this is Pressa's grocery store, but he opens up a grocery store. You see what I'm saying? Are people going to Toronto?
As long as it's in a right area and it's affordable prices for the people in that area,
Okay.
yeah. But if it ain't, and you're gentrificationizing the area and making it to the rich people, then
Right.
what's the point?
Oh, okay. So, Toronto, moving into the next part of my crazy ladder of questions. Okay, so me, I do agree with what you're saying. If the deal's right, I'll be there. So regardless of your name. Okay. I think if we apply that to something like supply and demand, where both of those parties that I brought up kind of understand that motion.
The peeps you said right there,
Yeah.
it has to be all their money because you don't know no developer or whoever is going to invest with them and take a risk upon because of their background.
Well,
you know that that's how it goes. They have a reputation. You said rich people and all that. They have a reputation uphold just like how they do. So if you are going to invest in stuff like that, you just like a politician, you better have your credentials clean. I don't care how much money you have, because guess what? That money might bring problems and trouble and all that and bring you to bankruptcy. So I'm not going to take a risk on you because you have money. If your credentials not correct, no, we can't do that. And you don't know that's how it works in the corporate world here.
Facts.
Okay? We don't live in a fantasy land
Big
here.
facts.
All right?
Big facts. So, back to my hypothetical now. Say by fluke now, our city happens to have the best rapper in the whole wide world, best hip hop person in the world, the best pop artist in the world, the best R&B singer in the world. And he decides to open up a radio station.
Yes, credentials. There's a difference.
What's his credentials, though?
All right. Okay. Well, first things first, you're ambassador to the fucking Raptors, right?
Okay.
That's big enough already.
I know.
That's the biggest thing right there. And then after the second thing is you have a legitimate business. I'm not even getting to the music or nothing. I'm getting down to the business that you got, the big clothing store downtown, whatever, you know what I mean, OVO store and everything.
Yeah.
Right? So you have legitimate, big, commercial businesses on a scale that Toronto has no choice to recognize. So any bank, any investor will invest in him because he has the name.
So I think top 5 and Pressa have a name.
No, you're comparing him to them. Are you serious?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm comparing.
Are you really serious?
I'm comparing the fact that he can't go any higher. They will.
Look. If they want to go on a commercial scale, they cannot do it like him. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn what you say. You know what I'm saying? Man. Remember.
They write songs.
No. You're talking about business here now. We're not talking about music here.
So they're already at the point where they can get on TV internationally.
No rich person will be a damn fool to invest in them in a big business.
Drake invested in Pressa.
No. I said
and top 5.
No, I'm talking about them two. Not talking about him. He's well established. He already good. You understand? They can't compare with him. He's good. He could go on an international level and do business. They can't.
This is not a comparison level like that.
They cannot.
This is not a comparison level that way.
They cannot.
But this is not a comparison level that way.
I'm just being real with you.
Let's be real. Who's been on the news? Pressa.
Doesn't matter if they're on the news.
Let's be real. Who's been on the news? Top 5.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, hold on.
Are they on the news with important investors? Are they on the news with suit and tie with people who have big businesses and big corporations? No.
What are you talking about? These guys buy the biggest jewelries and the biggest...
Wait. You talk about jewelry.
These guys are walking fucking billboards.
business.
And their
That's
business.
not business.
It's
That's
walking
not business.
billboard. What brings
That's
attention?
That's not business.
You see what I'm saying?
That's not
They
business.
drop new songs.
That's them. That's all on them. What is business getting it to the consumer? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's not business.
Now, like I said, for the supply and demand, their brands already, they exist. They can make a bag and slowly
Okay, let me ask you this.
build further.
Let me ask you this. Coca-Cola, 7-Up, gonna invest in them?
Depending if
no. Let me ask you that question.
depending
No,
if
let me just
they-
get straight right now.
If
They're gonna
they
invest
are
in them?
interested, they will.
No, they
invest in
won't.
them.
No, they won't.
No,
they won't.
You just asked me a hypothetical question.
They won't.
You just asked me a hypothetical
They
question.
will
You know
not.
what, bro? You know why I'm not worried about that type of question? Because these guys pay for stages. These guys pay
That's
for
them.
venues. These guys.
They pay
I'm not talking
for
about top 5 of them now. You see when they were nobodies and nobody said, oh, they can even make 1 million views, then it was a different story. Now it's a different talk. They can make 20 million views depending on what content they drop. I'm not talking about
that's
content.
the views. I thought we talked
I'm
about
talking
business.
about physical businesses that are sitting that could be using their brand to make money.
I don't see anybody who is a big investor in like multi-million
Listen,
dollars.
how are we going to help
I'm
ourselves
sorry.
if we keep going back to the
I am
government for the money?
sorry. I cannot see that happen.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be the equivalent of Bob Marley being like, yo, Tupac, me and you's going to allow the world to bootleg our shit. See, that's what we're going to do. All our music, all our imagery, we're just going to let the people bootleg it. And hopefully the people look back and throw us some crumbs.
You're going up and down, man. We're talking about them too.
I'm not going
about business.
I'm just saying.
About anyone investing into them, just like anybody
I sold Tupac t-shirts to feed my children.
Just like anybody in hip hop.
I sold Bob Marley bootlegs.
You're getting that.
I didn't go to the fucking HMV and buy 80 Bob Marley things, bro.
The topic here, man.
The topic is business.
Topic is business.
And yes or no?
And look.
Are you going?
Just like in the past, where I see certain rappers, they got invested by a big corporation like either Burger King or 7-Up, Pepsi, or something.
They were established.
No. But the bottom line is they invested in them, and the bottom line is because of the music, because of the certain music and how they represented it. No, I cannot see these two getting invested. They could invest in themselves all they want, but I'm talking about multi-million investment like Drake being an ambassador to the Raptors. Okay? Those levels, any business will invest in him because of that reputation. Okay? They don't got that reputation. Sorry. They don't have that.
They're young.
They don't.
Okay, shit. I just heard every young buck around me just be like, look at this old ass nigga.
They don't. Yeah, because they don't know business. They never own their own business, these young niggas, what you saying.
So I'm just trying to say out loud,
you can say that again.
All I'm trying to say out loud, Toronto, is, so, alright, let me take out them guys now. Let's say, the homeboy Roche. East or west of Young Street. Okay? That's a guy who deserves media attention, right? We can say that, right? How about Connoisseur Ghost? He has a variety of music. He deserves that media attention. He could open up something like that. You get me?
But as long as you're doing the positivity, you see now the positive. No, but you brought up.
Hold on a second.
You brought up these. Hold on a minute. You brought up these two going up in hood and making it look like it's tourism and all that shit and everything. And now you brought up other two. You think they would go around? Oh, this is the hood, what I'm proud of and all of that. Going with the white boys up in here and making it look like it's a tourist attraction and shit. This is embarrassing to me. You know what I'm saying? For our city. And you're talking about these two to be doing business? Yo, man.
I'm saying Toronto recognize, not you, Toronto, but recognize Toronto. That what I'm saying is across the board. If I had to say someone like the CEO of Scotch Bonnet could get NBC, CNN, and whoever to come through.
Look.
That's a level
up.
up.
I'm not bad mouthing them.
I know you're not.
Saying
I know you're not.
when it comes on a higher scale, I don't see a big investors investing into them and taking that investment risk.
Okay. I overstand business. I get the analytics. I'm just saying. If there's 1 million people in the city and you're giving people something, supply, demand, and you charge everybody $1, everybody, don't be biased. Don't be an asshole. You'll make $1 million. Now, what you do with that $1 million from that point on may get you a little bit of because you became a celebrity and been an asshole, or you're with amongst the people. You can be the method man and walk amongst the people, take a cab, still be in a limo. You get it? Or you can be I hate to do this to you, Cardi, but you can be a Cardi B now, where she has to have security around her now, compared to when she was still at that point, at the height of her money, where she was comfortable in her money and she was comfortable in herself, where she was at that height where she could still walk amongst the people. Now, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what fan did it. I don't know what not fan did it. I don't know what she went through that changed her to where she is now. But if I had to compare anybody else, it would be like Madonna, just because of the brand, the way the brand is worldwide known. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would throw Rihanna up there, but her ex-boss or whatever, got most of her bread. So I don't know. I would like to know the real numbers. Let's see the real numbers. You know what I mean? People get mad when certain bags get spent to build the company, and I just don't understand that logic of thinking. I do understand that if it's coming out of my pocket, I own it. It's mine. Oh my. That's what I do understand. Oh yeah, shout out to Big Face Gary. Yeah, man, shout out to him. His birthday was the other day. Shout out to that guy, man. That guy's a real dude. I want to ask him some questions about Derpset and what was going on with Derpset and state property. Those type of questions, because there's people out there that don't have that information. And if he doesn't decide to open his mouth and tell us, then, what can we do? What can we do? Anyways, segueing into something super positive that I actually get a good kick and good energy out of is shout out to the man there. 365. Yeah. And his black gun. The black guns. Gun. They're doing big things right now with a project with Freeway. Tapping with those people. Like, I miss the independence, man. I miss the independence. You remember when Much Music was still independent, when they had Master T running the place? I don't know if he had any real power, but he visually on camera, it looked like he had control of the whole place. You know what I mean? Legendary Master T. You see what I'm saying? Big legendary man in Toronto. You see it? So, you know what I mean? If Master T's giving you a cosign, that's like Maestro Fresh West giving you a cosign. That's like Celine Dion giving you a cosign if you're from the hood, homie. I'm just saying. Just saying. You know what I mean? But yo, shout out, man. Big Master T. He's good people, man. He a region player. Yeah, honorary. Either way, wow. So many big things popping off in the city. Who's going to Afrofest this year? Or is it Rastafest?
And
or is
man,
it Afrofest? I'm
your
getting the dates
Afrofest
all
already passed, man.
Hold on, let me double check my shit. Hold on. I think it's Rastafest.
You mean Rastafest?
I think it's Rastafest. Oh my goodness, it's Rastafest, yo. Oh my gosh, it's Rastafest, yo. I'm sorry. My bad. Rastafest. My Caribbean, there's too many Caribbean fests, man. I just realized, you know what? There needs to be more. They need to be every day. Yeah, right. So, Toronto, y'all going to Rastafest? You know what I'm saying? I like to go to the places all those and check it out and be like, yeah, that's what's up. See if the people come out. Either way. Got a little question to ask, folks. When's the last time you've been bike riding? Yeah, man. Bike riding. And motorcycle people, you don't count. I'm sorry. Scooter people,
Yeah, I was about to
scooter
say.
people, scooter people. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to the internet to go into that detail. But motorcycle people, you are not allowed. Okay. Cause you are sitting on a thing that has an engine and wheels. So yeah, that, I don't know. So, when's the last time you've been on a pedal bike? Maybe that's the better way for me to put it. When's the last time you've been on a pedal bike? Anybody who hears this, you listen to this podcast this long. This is the question I want to see get answered in the comments. When's the last time you've been on a pedal bike? And, anybody who answers an exercise bike, you are getting an automatic B minus. I am sorry. I'm just gonna be real with you. You're getting a B minus. So if you come around this damn thing and you talk about you on an exercise bike 10 minutes ago, you're on an exercise bike right now. B plus answer. No jokes, no laugh, no ha 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 ha. Anybody else? Yeah, holla at your boy. Toronto? I'm not sure. But aside from Sweet Leaf getting a big shout outs for powering this episode and condolences again, it's been a year. September's coming. If y'all come to the walk, you know what I mean? Zero gun violence movement. If y'all gonna come out to that, see you September. I'll be there. But yeah, man, I'm good to go.
Zine. So any more conclusion to this episode here? You know what I mean? Straight up.
My biggest conclusion right now is I would love for every ghetto hood project, PJs, whatever you want to call it, all right, to get a place of gathering, a place of humbling, a place where you can grieve and not worry about your head top and your head back. And I think because most of the gun violence in the city do happen near and in and around neighborhoods that are, you know what I mean? Those neighborhoods specifically, they need their own Louis March Park or Parkette, however you want to put it. And that is my conclusion for my city on this blue motherfucking Monday.
I see. Okay. Don't know. This was a real episode here. You know what I mean? We appreciate everybody tuning in. Yes, we appreciate
Hell
everybody
yeah.
tuning in all about a win. And we're
Yep.
sorry for any technical difficulties over the YouTube here. We're having the walking EMP here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up goods. So yeah, once again, thank you for everybody for tuning in. We're all about a win here. And please subscribe to all the channels.
Fact.
You done know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But this is once again another episode. And we about to end it like this. This is the Rastafari Samurai. Never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nation. What? Peace.